I'm in Word and I'm going to show you how to style a Word document. The purpose is that you can get really good at the piece of software you probably use most already and get the results you want. So this is fine, the styling we have here. It's some notes I took from a video I watched, and we can see we've got this kind of dark grey or black kind of heading. And if I want to see easily all the headings I have and what level they're at, this is a heading 2, but I can see that very easily if I pop in a table of contents. So I'll just do that first. So I just go in there and I will put references, table of contents, and I'll accept the first one that's there. Now what we notice is the things that are completely left aligned are heading 1. So there's this one, this one. This is heading 2 with a slight indent. That's heading 2. Then here we're back to heading 1, heading 2, heading 2, heading 1. Okay, we could also see it if we click in here. It tells us in the styles pane on the right. It says heading 1 when I click on that. If the styles pane isn't open for you, if I closed it, we could get it by going to home. And this, it says styles, but we can find the little arrow in the bottom right. We can click on it and that opens it up. There was also information about the shortcut key there. You can see it listed there if you want to open it with a shortcut key combination, but we have it open. Now, I particularly like some of the red that Queen's uses if it's used sparingly for the titles. So I've got the chance to move away from this colour. Now, I can use the themes. They give me the colours. These are all the built-in ones. So we can see here, this is a kind of green one. And we can see it affects the contents there. Let's see what else it affects if I hover over it. No, not too much else there. But another thing that affects things is what's called document formatting. So let's say here, this is a very different kind of document formatting. It's got that solid bar for the top level headings. Here's one which doesn't have that, but a different one again where it's centered the headings. So these are the different options we have. These are all in this kind of grey theme that I'm operating in. But if I just pick one of these, it's easy to see. This shaded one is dead easy to see the colours. So when I go here and hover over a different colour, it'll be really obvious what colour is on offer from these themes. Okay, so I have changed the document formatting to one just for this purpose, but it'll be easy to change it back by just selecting something else up here. Now, you can just pick any of the built-in ones that you like. So you might say, well, let's keep it simple. You like that colour, the first one, but you don't like that kind of document formatting. You just did it to see the colours more easily. You go back here and you can choose different document formatting. So just by hovering over them, I clicked into it just to make it aware I was looking at document formatting, but I can hover over and it gives me a preview of what it's going to give me. So, but they all follow that kind of colour. If I want to change the colour, I can go in here, pick say the green colour, and when I hover over them, they're using the green colour. Maybe only a little bit. In this one, it's only for the little thin bar there. In this one, it might be just that thin bar at the top. But they do other things. You can see that they've got these capitals as the titles with this emphasized first letter and so on. Depends what you think about all these kinds of formatting. Just find one you like and stick with it. I have got one I made basically. So here it is here. Here's my one. So that's one I made. Now, what it does is a couple of extra things for me, which is for my top level headings, they're on new pages. So that's a new page because it's a heading 1. And that's a new page because it's a heading 1. But the heading 2 doesn't get its own new page. So that's part of my document formatting. And I've got my own built-in one there that I've saved. Not built-in, one I've saved, but which is there for future use. And similarly, I've got theme colours. So when I apply both, I have very powerful control over what I get. Now, in this document, it's not that big, complicated. I might say, well, I don't really need to have that separate heading for each one. So I don't have to use the document formatting I've gone for. I could just pick this one like that. So it's dead easy to pick different document layout, but keep the same theme color. But I'll go back to mine because this is, after all, about keeping things the same. And if I said, well, this new page is excellent for the long documents, but for this little one, it's a bit of overkill. Well, I can go in here and I can sort of show you what I did, and I can modify that. And in here, so if I go to format and say paragraph, so I've gone to format, paragraph, and we see one here. It says page break before. Now that wouldn't normally be on. I've put it on. If I take it off, click OK again, and we're on heading 1 just to show you why it's going to affect the top level heading. So now we no longer have that new page when we come to the top level heading. But for a long document, it's pretty handy. For this small document, it's probably overkill. So I turned it off. But even then, when I turned it off, if you notice, I had the option to do it only in this document. So it won't affect my setting for my document formatting, the one I've saved. If I wanted it to affect that, I would switch to this when I made a change. So I would have that on when I made a change, but I'm not going to. So there's where we are so far, and it was pretty quick, and I've got all my colors applied. So I hope that shows you how quickly you can apply a theme and a document formatting that you find pleasant and keep coming back to it.